All right, let's get this started. Episode 32. I'll start it. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and 0. All right, fellas, we're gonna do it my way. Even though you said you absolutely hated it. In their primes, we're starting it this way. This is how we're gonna start it. In their primes, I saw this on Twitter. Episode 32. Here we go. In their primes, who guards Nikola Jokic?
Hakeem Olajuwon. Next.
No,
Dwight Howard.
The options were Tim Duncan, Dwight Howard, Ben Wallace,
Dwight.
KG, or Shaq.
I think Dwight, KG, and Shaq all lock him down.
I actually wanted
You
to
don't
go
think
with
Tim
Ben
Duncan
Wallace.
has a chance?
I was actually going to say Ben Wallace.
I would. Wallace is too small.
I don't think so.
Well,
I think Wallace is getting up
You
there.
don't go Duncan? Greatest defensive big ever?
I like Duncan. I like 99 to 04 Duncan for this.
There you go. See, in their
Yeah.
primes. That's
I think Dwight in his prime was just so dominant, though. I don't think Jokic would score within 10 feet of the rim.
I don't know about the Dwight thing.
Are you kidding me?
I think
Go back
Dwight
and
would
watch Prime Dwight.
No, I'm
Dwight,
familiar with his
Prime
game.
Dwight was nuts.
Is Dwight? I know, but like the big centers, like we see Jokic deal with that now. I mean, I'm not gonna. I mean, Anthony Davis is
Dwight was also
like
athletic
a
and agile.
fantastic defensive player. He's one of the best in the league. And I don't. If you're saying Dwight's better than AD, it ain't by a lot.
Are you
Prime
kidding
Dwight
me? It's by
was
so
miles,
much.
Was miles
That's
better than
actually.
Prime
Hold
AD.
on. This is a rare moment. This is a Spencer take that I 1000% disagree with, which doesn't happen a lot, and I want to appreciate this moment.
Yeah, I know,
He's
Taylor's
not
blazing.
worlds better defensively than AD.
He really
And
is.
they have the
though.
same
Like if you go back
archetype.
and you watch. No. You go back and you watch Dwight. Dwight was
That's
way more
bait.
physical than AD ever was. I don't know if you're baiting me right now, but Dwight Howard could do everything.
You
He
know,
was an
while we're
elite shot
here-
blocker. He could protect the paint. He was athletic and agile enough to get out and guard the 3-point line when he had to. And the mid range, he was also very competent at locking down. I just think he was very active, strong, smart defender. And AD is kind of soft and made of glass at times.
Well, I think
I
you
don't
just-
think AD is in the conversation for defensive level of a Dwight Howard.
Well, hey, I'm all for anti-Lakers bias, but hey, I mean, you basically just described
Well, that
AD,
too.
and while we're living on
Dwight Howard's a Laker.
disappointing Magic players, Tracy McGrady, was he really all that? That's a discussion that could be had. Some people are having it. I don't know who's having it.
He's trying to
he's
piss
not.
me off. He's trying
He's
to piss
not.
me off.
T-Mac
Y'all
might be
are
one
both
of the more
trying to piss me
overrated
off.
players in NBA history, if you think about it. Him,
Okay,
Allen
that's enough.
Iverson.
Okay,
all right,
I'm here
so
for
you
that
got
one.
him going.
I'm here for the AI one. I'm here for that one.
Hold on. Melo is one of the greatest scorers of all time.
Yeah, Melo is
What did
probably
he do outside of-
underrated at this point. Nobody even thinks about Melo anymore.
He did jack shit outside of scoring the basketball. But good Lord, was he good at that?
I think I have a ghost in my apartment. My door just opened.
You live with other people,
I'm-
dude. You
I
live
live
with
with
like
no
3
one
other
right
people.
now.
That's so good.
Hello? Am I schizo?
So, Ryan, just the two of us.
No, I'm
We
back.
can
I
make
just have to
it
close my
happen.
door. If it opens again, I'm leaving. All right.
Yes, bro.
Please, I've been praying for this.
Somebody open that damn door.
All right.
God,
I appreciate
please.
that. All right. Well, since we talked about Melo, I had another thing I saw on Twitter. One got to go all in their prime. PG-13/PG-24 depends on which version of Paul George you think was his prime. Was it OKC,
OKC.
or was it
OKC.
pre-injury? Okay,
OKC,
so
weirdly
PG-13. And then you have prime Kyrie, you have prime CP3, and prime Carmelo, prime Melo. Who goes in their prime? I think this is one of the closer ones.
Who do we get out?
Yeah, who do you cut from those three?
So we got Paul George, CP3,
Kyrie and
who
Melo.
else did you say? Kyrie and Melo. I'm gonna go Paul George. It's not. I mean, that's a tough one. Ideally, none of them, but I think I got to go Paul George because Chris Paul, in his
Chris
prime,
Paul's
is the greatest
not-
point guard ever. He's safe.
Wow.
Carmelo Anthony,
That's a
I
take.
think in his prime is a top 5 scorer ever. So he's got to be safe based on that.
dude.
And then I just feel like Kyrie's done a lot more.
Kyrie's the
Aura?
only winner.
Swag.
Kyrie's
drip.
the only winner out of the four.
Yeah, but I also
Melo's
like the
gone
dribble god.
in this one. Melo's got a dude. Prime Paul George was putting up 28.
That's recency
8 and
bias.
4.
Recency bias.
This was 6 years ago. Is that
I have-
Recency bias.
This is
Dude,
like
he was on the
Melo.
He finished third in Defensive Player of the Year while averaging 28 a game. Are you kidding me?
But have you ever seen Carmelo Anthony play basketball?
Yeah, I'm not cutting Paul George. Paul George might somehow be the most safe player here because of the OKC
Defense. Yeah.
I don't know. No, I
let's see.
think Chris Paul has to be the safest.
Chris Paul's the safest.
Chris Paul's the top 5 point guard ever.
He's got to be the safest.
Okay,
That's
This
not
all
debatable.
You know
really
what?
depends on
let's
team
get rid of
makeup.
Kyrie.
You gonna get rid of Kyrie then?
Let's get rid of Kyrie.
It's tough to get rid of
Kyrie's
Kyrie.
the
Though.
only
He won a
winner
chip.
on the list.
He won a chip. But
He
That's
might win
fine. That's
too.
not what this is about.
He might win another one.
we'll talk about that
probably
one later. No, he's not winning two.
What?
He's
Oh,
not winning two.
all right.
He's not winning two. Man, I can't cut Melo though. That's crazy. That's a good one. That's a good one.
That is a good one.
Gun to my
That is
head.
very
I'm cutting
compelling,
Melo. Gun to
Will.
my head. I'm cutting Kyrie.
Thank you, bro. You're gonna
Yeah.
cut Kyrie? That's fair.
Yeah,
I'm not cutting Kyrie simply because Kyrie is a winner. So
Is he?
Yeah,
you want to find? He's the only one compared to the other 3 I mentioned. Yes, he is a winner. Now, if you want to
He's the
count,
only one that.
if you want to count Carmelo's title as a freshman in college, then sure. I don't.
we counting that.
It's the
Carmelo,
greatest,
one of the greatest
college title
Olympics
ever.
players, one of the greatest
It is.
international players ever. Got it.
Are you really going to cut Kyrie, though? Kyrie in his prime, which is still going on, believe it or not, he's averaging 26 points a game on 56% effective field goal shooting and 40% from 3, while also giving you six assists, 5 rebounds, a steal, and half a block a game.
These games are hard, man. These games are hard. There's a case for everybody. There's a great case for everybody.
I'm just saying.
With the Kyrie, there's a lot of the off the court shit and the bad exits from every team that I'm definitely weighing into my opinion, even if I'm not supposed to. I can't. It's
fair.
such a huge part of who he is. I can't, and I cannot go off of 6 months of him being nice in Dallas, him being the nice guy, the wise old sage in the locker room for 6 months. I can't. Sorry, that doesn't wipe away 5 years of you being a dick to everywhere you've been. So
someone's
not
hurt-
just Boston,
Someone's hurt your feelings.
not just
No,
Boston.
New York too.
Sour exit out of
Brooklyn
Cleveland.
did him so wrong.
Sour exit out of Brooklyn.
Brooklyn-
Oh,
You can
Brooklyn
blame,
was a
you can
bad
blame
situation.
2020. Yeah.
Okay,
Blame 2020
but hold
for that
on.
one.
Brooklyn was a bad situation objectively, but look at how James Harden and Kevin Durant handled that situation versus
poorly.
how Kyrie.
They also
that
handled it
situation.
poorly.
They all did it terribly.
And,
I think they all
Kyrie,
did.
and we're still here talking about Kyrie.
Yeah, well, because
maybe-
it's because KD is a top 10 player all time, and Harden was
that's not
still
true.
kind of
But
fresh off of his MVP season.
You know what I'll say? What I'll say about Kyrie, if he has a really great run in Dallas and he continues to play nice for the next few seasons until he's done, I think that redeems his legacy a bit. But at the same time, I mean, he's been on these really talented teams. He hasn't been able to win without prime LeBron in a prime situation with still very good Kevin Love, good supporting staff, a depleted Warriors team that they were playing. Or was that not? Am I getting my years blended?
You're definitely
Regardless,
that was a full go.
Yeah.
You talking about 16?
Well, yeah. 16 when
the only game where they weren't full was when Draymond decided he wanted to punch Braun in the balls.
Game 5.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right. Okay. Then never mind. Cut that last part. Point still stands.
The editor
He's
will get that.
caused drama and losing wherever he's gone.
The editor will.
Let's just give it a. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I don't mean. Okay.
Speaking of Draymond, I watched a little documentary today about LeBron, of course, because, what else am I supposed to do with my free time?
Anything?
Hey, I got class, man. I got class.
My bad. My bad.
And actually, this time next week, I'm going to be suffering in an office. Well, not suffering.
Good.
I just don't like being in an office.
Don't let his
3
employees.
p.m. in an office is good for the soul.
No, it's
No,
not.
it's not.
No,
It's really not.
It's character building.
It is character building, which is why I'm doing this. It'll be a great experience. Anyways,
When you
speaking
debate,
of Draymond,
do I go for the coffee? Do I just chug some water?
Ryan's been
take
employed
some
for
water,
1
sleep
week
at
and
my
acts
desk?
like he's been employed for, I don't care, honestly, at this point, 2 weeks, and he acts like he's the CEO of the company.
Oh,
May
I'm
as well
not.
be.
I could never be. Nope.
You look
He's a good
nothing
man.
like him, so
I don't.
sound nothing like him
How
either.
do you know what he looks like?
Probably smell nothing
Huh?
like him either.
Yeah, you smell bad, bro. Just kidding, man. Nope, don't smell yourself.
Could be better.
All right. We were talking. I was
Could
gonna
be
say
worse,
something.
though. Could be
I
worse.
forgot.
That's
It's been a
just
long
yeah.
day.
That's
Went to
maybe
Trader
the editor
Joe's
will cut
earlier.
that one out. Nope, you're done. All right. So we have our finals. We have our finals preview. I am even though
hey,
the when this drops, game 5 will be tonight or tomorrow for us. Tonight for the audience. It's over. It's over.
no, it's not. It's not.
I'm not
over.
going to bet a shaving on. Remember when I bet last year I'd shave my head if the Celtics came back from down 3-0?
and you were
I have a little more
sweating.
faith in the Timberwolves to do it after what I saw last year, knowing that there's a chance it could be done. The head stays with hair because I have to.
Well,
The head stays,
maybe not.
baby.
the head stays. Well, I hate to burst your bubble, but while the Mavericks are winning the series, it won't be tomorrow night or tonight if you're listening. It's gonna be.
It's going to be.
games.
It's over.
I don't know.
I don't know,
think
back to
so.
Minnesota
It's in
for game 5
Minnesota.
You know, this is interesting.
It could be fun.
It's not happening.
I mean, we should be rooting for this though, right? Like we should be like, otherwise there's no basketball at all.
I don't know.
There's no basketball at all for a week. Like I'm talking about as
the
fans.
Celtics
Yes,
fans should
okay,
because
okay,
you
yeah.
want the
Well,
Mavericks
Celtics
to be
fans, yes.
drained, or even if the Timberwolves.
Mm-mm. They're gonna get. As a
Just stay
Celtics fan,
hot?
I don't. No, as a Celtics fan, I don't because they're gonna have less time off,
More.
and they're gonna have played more recently in a more rigorous playoff schedule.
That's fair.
Celtics are gonna be rusty as hell come game 1 of the finals. Saying it now, maybe they fight back, maybe they
That's
recover. I
not
hope they do. I
true.
think they will. How do you play your best basketball with 10 days off?
They went
That's
in a
tough.
round 1 with like the starters at least had almost 10 days off because they took off the last few games. Round 2, they had like 7 days off. Round 3, 5, they're fine. And Porzingis too. Porzingis will be fine. They were going to ramp him up
Yeah, but
pretty
to be
heavily
fair,
now.
the Celtics have played a Mickey Mouse schedule up until this point. So
Yeah, but
that's the
as
East,
far as
man.
execution goes, though, they've looked
And it
no
was
better or
worse.
worse. Like they're fine. They're fine. I don't think
not
that
only was
time
it
off
the
is in
Eastern
there.
Conference, it was every star player is hurt, and in the Eastern Conference. So
I don't love it. I mean, if you're asking me as a fan objectively, I think it would have behooved them to have played at least a couple competitive series or faced a little adversity, because I'm interested to see how they respond the first time Luka and Kyrie punch them in the mouth, because this is the first real competitor, real opponent that they've had in this playoffs.
I'm pushing
that
back
has
on
a
this.
chance to
This
beat
is
them.
this is bullshit. I'm pushing back. The Indiana series, they trailed big in every game.
yeah,
And I know
is
there's
that,
not a
is that
huge
not a concern?
superstar. No, there's not a superstar on the other side, maybe, but and I know offenses have gone up. But the Celtics had had the best offensive rating of all time this year, and Indiana was second. That is one of the greatest offenses, whether there's a LeBron James on the other side or not.
But Halliburton was out.
Halliburton was out, and Nembhard turned into Jesus. I mean, it is what it is, man. They were tough to beat, and I don't like when a team sweeps. I don't like when others say, "Well, they struggled with them." It's like, well, they swept. Like they weren't all blowouts, but they didn't struggle. I thought
I'm
they were
not saying
great
they
in late
struggled.
game situations. They had they're the best clutch team in the playoffs so far. And yeah, I know they haven't played Steph Curry or Michael Jordan, but you play who's in front of you. And based off what they've dealt with, I think they've passed with flying colors. There's no reason to doubt them going forward. And I think the rest is great, especially when you look at the miles that Al Horford logged and how important he's going to be, especially if Porzingis is not 100%. I think the rest, I'm always pro rest.
Day ruined. Al Horford is playing in the finals.
Again,
Terrible.
second time in 3 years. Suck it.
Al Horford getting finals minutes is my September 24, 2037.
What a playoff run for Big Al, though.
Wow.
Do you understand that reference, Switzer?
I do, because I'm watching the chat. Anybody listening has no idea.
And they never will until it happens.
Yep. Well,
watch out.
Keep your eyes peeled for 2037, guys. Ryan's
13 years, guys. Something. All right. So I don't know. I think it'll be. I'm not sure how the Celtics are going to react to having.
Look, it's going to be Dallas, right?
Off.
It's going to be Dallas. We know this.
It's going to be Dallas,
but it is fun to watch the
Mavericks.
The Wolves get
it'll
frisky.
be easier. Yeah, it'll be easier for the Celtics to game plan if the Mavericks win tomorrow. Have a little more time to break that down.
I don't think so. What do you mean?
I mean,
like,
they have been
they're not
entire
planning?
year. Yeah,
they're definitely already planning for Dallas. Like, they are.
But they're also at the plan for Minnesota at the same time. So
yeah, but it's like 80-20.
But I mean, how much
they're
different are these two teams, though? To be fair, these teams are somewhat similar outside of the two. Their bigs are very similar.
The two are what you're worried about.
1 and 2 are the 1 and 2 guards are your problems, and Minnesota only has the 2 guard to worry about. Anyways, is Anthony Edwards a 2 guard?
I think that's fair.
Hybrid.
Yeah. He's 6'4".
Probably.
He's not very big. So
yeah,
plays
hybrid
next
guard.
to Mike Conley.
He plays like he's 6'8", though. He shoots like it sometimes too.
I can't wait for this shit to be over so I can go back to loving Anthony Edwards. It's just this postseason has been filled with such terrible discourse. One about every player, every player gets dumped on probably too much, but also like the Ant love is way up here, and he's had some stinkies, but he played really well last night.
And the Tatum hate in comparison, especially the Tatum hate has been
it's getting worse.
Insane. Dude, it's been insane.
Jaylen Brown wins finals or Eastern Conference Finals MVP. It's over. Jason Tatum's legacy ended last night.
Well, look, I'm a big team before individual guy right here. I don't care who wins what as long as the Celtics win. But I will say that I feel like when it comes to being a top player in this league, you're going to be faced with you're going to be put under a lot more scrutiny than the rest of the league, probably unfairly. LeBron conversations until he won. It still is. Jordan, I'm sure, was put under some scrutiny, and
no, they worshipped him.
There was I don't know what there was to scrutinize, to be fair, but
can't shoot. No left.
He couldn't win for the first 8 years of his career. No, I'm just kidding.
Larry Bird.
Sorry. I don't know.
Sorry.
Yeah. But I think the Tatum hate has been kind of unfair, because if you hold him to the same standard that you hold someone like Anthony Edwards to, Tatum passes far more than Anthony Edwards has recently.
Tatum is much better player than Anthony Edwards, dude. It's not. I mean, and it's not to discredit Edwards. Edwards is a phenomenal player. He is. He's fantastic. He's not better than SGA. He's not better than Luka. He's not better than Tatum. He's not better than any of these guys who have been here for years. He's not.
I'll give Tatum this. As much as I like the hate on Tatum, simply because it pisses y'all off, and it's such a funny meme. He's, besides LeBron right now in the NBA, he's the greatest winner there is. Him and Jaylen Brown. I mean, there's no one who's won more in the NBA right now than, of course, LeBron. But besides Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown, maybe you can count Anthony Davis because of 2020. But
Steph Curry, bro.
Steph Curry
still here.
Yeah.
The Warriors.
Steph Curry's kind of,
but they do have the most postseason wins.
The Warriors are over. Yeah.
Since entering the league, they have the most postseason wins. They just need the big one. They need the title, and this is the best shot they've actually had at it. People can say what they want about 2022, but that team was really young, and they were not nearly as good as they are now. Especially the Jays. They were fantastic at that point, but they were not this good yet. No. And also, yeah, the Tatum hate is ridiculous. I haven't seen a player get trashed on like this since like LeBron before his first championship. And Tatum is not LeBron. Like, why do we talk about him like he is?
You know how good he'd be if he played like him?
Statistically,
you know how much better
what's so
he would
funny,
be?
You know what's so funny? Statistically, he kind of in this playoffs has been the closest thing to like those LeBron runs. That he's averaging close to like, where he's
26,
like
10, and 6 right now.
I mean, that's pretty nuts. And for the entire Indiana series, he was 31, 10, and 6. I mean, that's pretty nuts.
He's shooting like LeBron too. 29% from 3.
Yeah, that's the one thing you can bash on him for is the 3-point shot has been gone in the playoffs for much of it,
Yeah, but yeah, exactly. That's what I was gonna try to say. Is with all the Tatum hate, I would say that the only valid thing you could hate on, and you can't really even hate, is how he's been shooting in the playoffs, which is objectively pretty bad. But he's doing everything else so well. And I don't know if it's a mental thing. It's got to be a mental thing, or if he's just, he's just in a slump.
Or they
he's
just
a great
dial
shooter,
it up on him, man.
And that, and also he's been missing a lot of wide open looks, but I really think he's in his head about it. And there's clutch possessions towards the end of the game where he willingly passes off to Brown or whoever. And I'm all about feeding the hot hand, and it's a team game, especially until Tatum gets that confidence back. But I really think we're going to need him. The Celtics are really going to need him to find that aspect of his game again if they want to have an easier time against Dallas.
Yeah, I'm not worried about it. I mean, the best thing about this Dallas series, if it does end up being Dallas, which we all kind of think it is going to be, the one thing that no team in the West has been able to do to Dallas is actively seek out Luka and Kyrie every time down defensively. And in the regular season, for the past 2 years that these two teams have played, that's all Brown and Tatum do. They point to one of them, bring their man up to the screen, get the switch, and attack them. Wear them down. Yes, Luka is still Luka, Kyrie is still Kyrie. But if you can really make them work for it defensively, that's something that, Minnesota can't do that. They have one guy, an Ant, who can really create his own shot. And to Kyrie's credit, he's played well on defense. He's played hard at least. And then Luka's just much bigger than Ant. But I mean, there's like a 2-minute long highlight reel from one game this year where Jaylen Brown just consistently is like, bring Luka up, bring him here. And he just kills him every time. So I think that's going to be interesting to see, just exploiting the defensive woes of their backcourt, I really think Boston's got this, man. I don't think Dallas.
Yeah, because I mean,
has a chance, man.
Derek White and Drew Holiday are going to put Kyrie and Luka in jail pretty much. I mean, you have probably the two best offensive guards in the league right now, or at least 2 of the top 5 offensive guards in the league, and you have 2 of the top 5 defensive guards. And defense will win championships in this game.
I wrote an article about this on tybsports.com.
Did you know?
Yep, he sure did.
It's about time you wrote something. Hey, go check it out.
Ryan Galloway, sports.
You know
writer.
what you should do? You need to log into Twitter and post it. Like, hey guys, I wrote this, or not. You told me uploaded.
You told me I'm not allowed to be on the Twitter,
which is probably a good thing.
I didn't say that.
Tweet absolutely heinous shit. So
remember what I did on the Splash Twitter?
Yeah, I changed
the header every day. Just something crazy.
I would like secretly change the header back.
Why are you doing?
And he goes in and changes it almost immediately, like he got a notification. It was ridiculous. This guy's just on his phone, just scroll and refresh.
I'll give you the password.
Well, I remember there was like one 2-week period where I would just like tweet like what I had for lunch or like what I was getting into that afternoon or something.
That's perfect.
Just updating the folks.
Updating the folks, as Ryan would call it, yes.
Yeah, guys. So Will just sent at TYB Sports and then followed up with...
he sent the password to the chat, so if you guys can see it,
for some reason.
you guys can log in.
Well, I just wanted Ryan to know. No, you
Hold
can't
on, let
see.
me-
Why would they be able to see this? Are we live? Oh, we are live.
Yeah.
Again,
We're
how do I
live
keep doing this?
again.
How do
Let's
I keep
go.
doing this, man?
I wasn't
What-
playing. I knew we were live.
How do I fix this? Guys, how
Let's
does this
go.
happen?
Dude, this is so
How-
based.
What are we doing? What am I doing? Goodness.
Guys,
Oh, no, we're not. What the heck?
I'm telling you
We're not
right
live.
now, we will not have this fixed by next week. So around this time, around Wednesday evening next week or whenever, yeah, probably that'd be
Oh,
about the
I'm
time
out.
for the finals. Go ahead and get on
finals game
YouTube.
one?
It's next Thursday. So we'll probably record 2
All right,
days
we're
before
gonna.
that.
Oh, it's
probably.
next Thursday. Yeah. Okay. So we need at least something. So
Yes.
yeah, you know what's funny? This is completely off topic. The Stars go up 2-0 in the first
God.
period against the Oilers. Real quick, with 10 minutes left in the first, and I just checked. At the end of the first period, it is now 2-2. So no one wants to play defense. Bad goalkeeping.
Pretty tough.
Exciting. I hope Dallas loses. Sorry,
I can't.
I hate Dallas sports fans.
This would be cool though for Dallas though if they both reached the final.
Yeah,
right?
the Cowboys look really bad right now.
Yeah,
Really
they're not
bad.
holding up their end of the bargain.
And they're the team that should be holding it up the most.
I can't talk
But
about
I'm
hockey
glad.
because I feel like I'll just be so hypocritical of Ryan's favorite sports radio station, which was primarily like a hockey show for years. And then I guess they were basically forced into covering the NBA and they know jack
And
shit
it's
about
bad.
basketball. And
And it's bad.
it's bad.
Well, no, but I told
it's
you
bad.
because one of them was a hockey expert and the other is a lifelong Red Sox baseball expert,
Like a
beat writer,
yeah.
everything. And their stuff on those two sports and teams are incredible. And the Celtics,
I find that hard to believe
miserable.
based off their Celtics commentary.
Hey, I will say, if look, it is. I'm gonna send you something. You'll check it out. Hold on, I'm working on a tweet right now. Keep going.
Yeah, I just saw you had logged in.
Yeah, you need to be working on a podcast right now. This is miserable effort
This-
right here. This is
Maybe
Hold on,
I
hold on,
shouldn't have
hold on,
done
hold on.
this. This was bad.
no, you shouldn't. You can't give a monkey
Did I
more
mess
than
up?
one thing
Did I
to
mess
do
up?
at once.
Yeah, I know. Anyways,
Yeah.
so I think the finals will be fun.
Oh, here comes Ryan's taking
Now he's
pictures
taking
of
a
the
photo.
pod. Yeah.
So
Well, what are we trying to get into?
what are we trying to get into? You wanted to start a get ready to learn Chinese segment.
I didn't say
with
that.
Spencer Galloway. You did earlier. You did last podcast.
Oh, I might have.
Who's getting ready to learn Chinese? Who's getting ready to go to Cancun soon that you want to shout out for the day?
This is really tough because there's been some great candidates and now a lot of them are off the board. I really thought for a week,
I tweeted.
about a week ago, I think I wanted to do Carl Towns. And all the way up until last night, it was still Carl Anthony Towns. And then he actually went bazooka Towns and was incredible. And so it's really tough. I mean, I still think I think he should get one of the little pocket dictionaries, the little Chinese pocketbook dictionaries, one that you can like fit in his gym bag or something. But he doesn't need the Merriam-Webster, equivalent of the Chinese.
Yeah, the Rosetta
dictionary
Stone.
yet. Yeah, maybe he needs like a Rosetta Stone. No, I think Rosetta Stone is like
No,
high
he doesn't
end.
need that.
He needs like
Yeah.
Duolingo. Like he needs
There you go.
Duolingo for Chinese. So he's on a China watch list.
on the
Edwards-
watch list.
And Edwards game 7 from the Nuggets to game 3 against the Mavericks. China watch list. Since then, he's been good. But hey, you can't wait 3 games in to start actually playing, good basketball. Sorry, Anthony Edwards.
That's fair.
But so he and Towns are kind of on the China watch list. That's kind of it, though. Like, I mean, what else has gone on?
No warnings. So okay.
Kyrie was flirting with a China watch list, but he keeps redeeming himself late in these games. So he'll just have a huge moment or a huge play. And it's like, man, the Mavericks would be, they wouldn't be here without him. So he can't even go on the watch list yet. The finals will be interesting because I think somebody's going to have a flare up or just a total, that's a huge stage. And I actually feel great about the Celtics because most of their core guys, at least, have been there already. Don't you think PJ Washington is due? PJ Washington might be a Chinaman. We might need to check this out.
You can't say Chinaman.
Let's check this
Sure you
out.
can. There's nothing wrong with that.
Because I
They're
think
not
it could
popular
be
with us
PJ.
right now, so
At one point
If
last
the
night, he
Big
was.
Lebowski said we're not allowed to say it, you can't say it.
Yeah, we're gonna send Washington preemptively to China. 2 for 9 from 3 last night. 23%
send them
for
to
the
Taiwan.
game. This guy played 41 minutes, took 13 shots. I mean, you get 10 points on 13 shots in 41 minutes. Yeah, I'm not loving that. Not loving that effort there. And Towns, it was so bad some points last night with the fouls. I mean, and then after every obvious foul, he would complain like he didn't just kill somebody. But he was still so good. He had a team high in the plus minus. I mean, he was so good. You can't say that yet. So he can hold on to his pocketbook, his little tiny dictionary. But I could so see like a NBA Finals game 1. Like, God, Derek Lively looks like crap tonight. I could see that, or PJ Washington. I mean, you can't forget PJ Washington is a Hornet. Deep down, he's a Charlotte Hornet, and those guys aren't supposed to play here. It's too big.
Speaking of Charlotte Hornets, talk about someone getting the short end of the stick. That is Grant Williams.
Oh, poor guy.
Brutal. Absolutely brutal.
I think the loser of this series has to re-sign Grant.
That's tough, man.
A punishment.
That's tough. I didn't even mention him in my Celtics memoir last night that I wrote about, and I included a bunch of old players that kind of got lost along the way. I didn't even think about Grant Williams, man. He just got cast to the Flames, man. Wow.
got sent. He got sent to China, man. Charlotte's the exact same way. I mean,
yeah.
Poor
That's
guy.
Tough. That's tough.
I'm sure. I'm sure he's fine in Charlotte. Charlotte's a nice place to live, right?
Oh, he's doing fine.
Oh yeah, it's a great
mentally
place.
He might be feeling terrible. I'm thinking about all the Celtics off things from the last year, like Malcolm Brogdon and Robert Williams and Marcus Smart. Man, they have to have a therapy group chat. Holy shit, how do we blow this so badly? We were just right there and we screwed this.
Marcus Smart can blame himself for chucking up some of the most horrendous shots in the Eastern Conference Finals last year. I mean, who did he think he was?
He thinks
Marcus Smart
guy.
legitimately thought he was Michael Jordan, which would consistently shoot the Celtics out of games, especially in the playoffs. I mean, I'd never seen anything like it.
It was incredible. His ability to win games for the other team was amazing.
And you know what? They're going to win one without him. So
still love Marcus.
Yeah, Celtics legend.
Really, though. Really
and you know what? Celtics fans should thank him for not being on the team anymore so they could actually win.
I think we should send him a courtesy ring. Hey,
you need to send IT one before you send Smart one.
No, he's a little
especially
further
after
removed.
He got mugged in Boston.
We'll send them the replica rings that fans will get sometimes, season ticket holders might get a replica. Yeah, you send them a replica ring, a little toy ring on a necklace or something. Here you go.
Disrespectful.
Send them the team photo or something. Be good.
That would be.
That's tough. Just Photoshop them in the back. This could be you. Tough.
That's funny.
I could see it. I could see a reunion for Marcus Smart down the road. I think I could see it.
He has no value after next year. I promise you that.
I know. That's how I could see it. It could be
just gonna have him on the sideline. Have him as a coach.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah,
got to be better than Phil Pressey.
Hey, what the hell?
What's with the hate,
this
man?
is not the first time Ryan has sent us straight at an assistant coach. We know what they're doing. That's crazy.
That's a heinous stray, bro.
I don't care what it is. Marcus Smart can do it better.
That's wild.
That's funny.
That's a Felger and Maz take right there if I've ever fucking heard one. That's just terrible.
Let's real quick. I know Spencer, you have limited time left. There's a few more things I wanted to talk about. including
Let's talk about them then.
I want to start our new segment called Rage Bait, where because not very many people watch the pod, but a lot more people watch the clips we post, so they won't know that it's Rage Bait.
This is manufactured.
Yes. So this is our new segment. Instead of because Spencer and I were talking about this a couple days ago. Instead of me falling on the sword, what's that?
Well, when you gave it a name, I thought that defeats the whole purpose. But the fans of the show listening to the full length,
the fans of the show will know. But the people who don't, which is a lot more.
Okay.
Yeah. So the fans will
Falling
get a
on
good
the
kick out of
sword,
it
though,
too.
for the clips audience is crazy. Like that YouTube Shorts audience sometimes goes crazy. So falling on a nasty sword could be tough. Like the comments are going to be unrelenting.
Yeah, and that's what I'm going to do. Like we were talking, like Spencer and I were talking about a couple nights ago. Which one was it? I was going to fall on the sword for. It was something about Curry. Curry being the biggest fraud in NBA history.
Yeah, we wrote up a nasty Curry fraud claim.
All right, so let's start it. All right, here we go. All right, get ready, boys. It's time to lock in. Rage Bait starts now. All right. So speaking of Curry, so I've been thinking about this, and I think I'm cooking here. I think Curry might be the biggest fraud in the history of the NBA, and before y'all get pissed at me, before you get pissed at me, he has a Mickey Mouse MVP. Where
true, that's James Harden's MVP.
Mickey Mouse MVP. What MVP averages under 24 a game? Are you kidding me?
Curry not a good one.
Then the next year when he wins his MVP, which was deserved on the greatest team ever, loses to LeBron. Also, when he won his first MVP, Andre Iguodala is the Finals MVP.
Yep.
How do you lose a Finals MVP to Iguodala? Do you know how bad you have to play? That's pretty bad. So he has one Mickey Mouse ring by 2016. He has one Mickey Mouse MVP. No Finals MVPs yet. Then Kevin Durant comes over to bail him out, bail out his legacy. Kevin Durant wins 2 Finals MVPs here. What's Curry done? Curry's done nothing.
Ain't shit.
Thank you. And then he has a long break before he gets to play J. Mickey Tay Disney. And then that's an earned Finals MVP. I'm not gonna lie. He got one. He has one.
Yeah, good job.
He has one legitimate ring. Yeah.
Not moved.
No. And people are saying he's top 10 ever for shooting.
Yeah, I disagree with you a lot on this show. I don't disagree with you at all here. You're not off base. He is the most I've never seen more people line up to kiss the foot than him. All right. Let me just say that, okay? And then hold on, we're gonna go into this and
hold on, I'm not sure.
Glorified shot chucker. Yeah, you made some. If I just throw the ball towards the general direction of the net, sometimes it's bound to go in. Okay. And then if I had world-class teammates in lesser than competition in an objectively weaker era of the NBA, yeah, I would win a couple rings and win some titles and get some records and stuff like that. Cool. I'm right there with you, buddy.
The one thing I was going to say that you guys can't dispute was the 3-point shooting, but Ryan just did it that was incredible. It's so true. This is a shot chucker era. If you just throw the ball up there enough times, it's going to fall. So, how many threes has this guy taken? Probably 12,000. So what? He's made 4. Cool. You made. That's it. Just, I don't know. Ryan's kind of right. Ryan has a pretty raw shot, but if he takes enough of them, they'll hit. So yeah, sure. It's not like he's this tiny guard. It's not like he's going to get to the basket and score in the paint with effectively anyway. So you may as well just let it fly. The shot form's cool though. It's great in 2K. Thanks for that. It's kind of it. Is his legacy just being the greatest 2K hack ever?
I guess so. They say the greatest shooter, but Larry Bird existed. So I'm just confused. I don't know.
Larry Bird gets forgotten about.
Larry Bird existed.
This guy averaged a whole made 3 a game in an era where guys didn't even take the 3. In an era where the 3-point line didn't even exist. The guy invented the 3-pointer. So
yeah, how's Steph better than Ray Allen when he's not even better than Kyle Korver? right?
Facts. Kyle Korver plays the game with an effective mindset.
Wow.
JJ Redick is a better 3-point shooter.
He's
got a better podcast
if Steph Curry didn't shoot 15 threes a game, and he's a decent 3-point shooter, fine, whatever, I'll concede that. And then at the sheer volume he takes, if you take all of that away, if you put him in an era without a 3-point line, or in a universe where the 3-point shot doesn't exist, he is Luke Walton. All right, there's just no way around it.
Yeah, that's probably a good take. I mean, Luke was kind of nice with it though.
He was fine. He was okay. Maybe that's giving too much.
Luke had the size of he had this great size that Steph doesn't have. Steph without the 3-point line probably isn't in the league for nearly as
Steph.
He may not even get drafted. Man. He may not get drafted. Hey, man.
I don't know if that's.
No, you probably not.
The argument's crazy.
I don't think we can. I don't think we can attack the personal.
I don't know if we're allowed. Yeah, I don't know.
That's crazy.
I was just feeling it in my heart, and
y'all did a great job. I think Rage Bait episode 1 really. That was a great.
I think we already have like a dozen of these lined up. You guys just wait until we try to defraud Kobe.
I'll give him a few of them. Oh, I would kind of want to do the Larry. I kind of want to do the Kobe Bryant argument today, because that ain't Rage Bait. That's straight. If you know ball, you know. Oh man,
Kobe's a top 15 guy all time.
8 minutes.
He is. He's fantastic.
He's not top 10. He's not.
I think he's right
there.
Not.
Yeah. He's not sniffing it.
He's not sniffing.
I genuinely don't. I genuinely
14.
don't think Kobe is top 10 all time. And I can name you probably 10 or 15 players that I think have had a better career.
I think Kobe's probably 12.
I'll just go right down the list. Kareem, LeBron, Wilt, Karl Malone, Michael Jordan, Tim Duncan, KG, I think. No, not KG. I'm going to take that one back. Taking KG back. I love KG, though.
Bird,
Shaq,
Magic?
of course.
Did we get Bird Magic in there?
Bird, Magic. I'm gonna put Kevin Durant there.
I was gonna ask.
I'm gonna put Curry. I'm gonna put Curry over. I know we just had. This isn't Rage Bait segment anymore. This is Ball Notice.
It's a different clip.
It's a different clip. It is a different clip. Curry, greater than. I think that's 10 right there. What?
The one that sucks is the one that's bad is KD. I'm sorry. No. KD's
You don't think so?
No. Nah.
That's fair. You can leave him out. You
Leave
can leave
him
him
out.
out there.
KD's
ironically enough, Kevin Durant has more win shares than Kobe Bryant does.
Yeah, Kobe played on some pretty
top
shit teams for a long time.
Kobe's not even top 20 in win shares career. Think about that. That's something.
Yeah.
That's something to chew on. And you can argue Kobe was somewhat of a glorified shot chucker too. I mean, to be fair, the era he played in was pretty bad offensively. So, I mean, you had dudes. AI was dominating while shooting 40%. Tough.
I watched the clip.
That's a bench player right there.
Shaq and Draymond on a podcast. Wow, that's just a rough sentence to even say. But Shaq asks Draymond, "Hey, is Kobe up there for your GOAT conversation?" And Draymond, I mean, maybe he was serious, but he just kind of paused and was like, "Sure, yeah, Kobe's up. Yeah, Kobe's up there."
Draymond knows. Draymond's a ball knower.
Like he knew that Shaq was gonna beat his ass if he said anything otherwise. But
I don't know why Shaq rides Kobe that hard. Like Shaq didn't carry him. Yeah.
Yes, Shaq shouldn't.
Why does Shaq?
I think that's the thing.
Why does Shaq act like he didn't carry Kobe for 3 rings?
He's extremely humble for sure. Like if Shaq had Charles Barkley's attitude, he would be to this day talking about how he carried Kobe. Like that's just the truth. And I'm not gonna. I mean, Kobe was incredible, but he was never the best player on his team for the first 3.
Yeah,
and so.
Once Shaq left, it was bad. he had to go out and get Pau Gasol.
Until
And
Powell's
obviously,
arrival, they were in the bottom feeders of the league, pretty much.
I mean, 8th seed, pretty
just kind of in no man's
and-
land until Powell showed up.
Yeah, so I mean,
Rage
and only
bait
one
segment,
MVP.
is Pau Gasol better than Kobe Bryant?
Wow, that one would be crazy. That would be a crazy one. That would actually be nuts.
Pretty nutty take.
I don't even know what argument you have on that.
You don't. No, you don't. But it's just that's why.
Could be fun.
You'd have
Could be
to
fun.
go fish. You'd have to go deep sea fishing for that one.
Yeah,
You saw what we did with the whole Steph Curry thing, so
yeah.
That's
Yeah,
a
I
little
don't feel
more.
good
You
that
have a
people are
little
gonna
more of an
watch that.
argument.
I don't feel good that
I genuinely-
people are going to watch that.
I hope so. I genuinely think Curry's not a fraud, but he got helped out a lot into his career. But also, he got screwed
he was
out
on
of
a
the Finals
just
MVP.
put him top 10.
Yeah, he is. He's top 10. Yeah,
You just put
he
him
still
top
might be.
10.
He might be overrated for the. I mean, people see this
You
guy
just
as.
put him top
I've seen Curry in top
10.
fives. I've seen Curry in a lot of top 5 lists all time recently.
Yeah, they all are Gen Z
Like 12-year-olds, but
or millennial.
still though. But yeah,
I'm still taking Magic. Best point guard ever. 5 titles.
this is a hot take. Based purely off what the point guard position meant for the longest time, John Stockton's the greatest ever. Simply because-
that is crazy.
Just the greatest passer. Point guard used to be, well, it should have been called passing guard.
he's the greatest pure point guard ever.
Yeah, little white dude. I would take Magic over Stockton a million times over.
That's what
There's no
everybody. That's
question.
the kind of the thing. Like, what is that exercise? Like, is he really the greatest anything? Like, no, I don't think so.
He's the greatest passer.
He's
No
got the
one's
most
breaking
assists
that
all
record.
time because they spammed the 2-man pick and roll at a time
And it
when
worked.
nobody else in the league
And
was
it
doing
worked.
it. I know, it was excellent. It's no different than me and Ryan cutting baseline on 2K, and I just feed him a free basket. It's the same thing.
It's
That's
nice.
fair.
Can't wait for Friday to do that, right?
Yeah, I don't know. I
Yeah,
think
Ryan,
we
would you
might
like to tell us where you're at right now?
We might be retiring from 2K.
Yeah, I'm in Austin for my job right now, but I'm in a Airbnb in this house
With better internet.
at the end of an alley.
Okay.
Is this the same house
It's in a nice
from
area.
yesterday?
Well, it's
Or
the
2
house
days
with
ago?
the bugs.
Yeah.
Ryan, you're just an old
not
alley
different.
cat.
No, they let me out of that one, and so I'm in a different one. But
Oh, okay.
yeah, so and I don't want to say it's like an alley, but it's down like 12 and a half street type deal.
Okay.
Browsing
You're on the half
Hogwarts.
street.
Yeah, I'm down a half street.
12 and 3/4.
which is- Yeah, it's something.
Oh.
But we're here, and we're here until Friday afternoon.
There you go. Guess who comes back Friday afternoon?
I'm not seeing you Friday, little bro.
I didn't say that. I was just saying, guess who comes back?
Guess who's back?
So that's right. We're going to be doing live in-person shows, the 3 of us together. Be on the lookout for
This is
that
true.
this upcoming summer.
I have no idea how it's going to work. Genuinely.
It'll be great.
Hell
It'll be
no.
great. We'll set up a cool little studio.
I'm leaving that up to Will to
Cool
figure that one
set.
out. Those aren't fun to set up.
Yeah.
You can do
I'll
it.
help you set
I'll
it
show up
Will.
when it's ready because those are a nightmare with the echo and the live record. Ooh, it's bad.
That's the thing. I'm going to have to figure out. This mic will not be a problem. Y'all's
even though
mics
we
are
used
gonna be
these
a
exact
living
microphones.
Yeah, I know. So
to
I don't
do
know what
one of the
happened.
gr-
I genuinely
We did one of the greatest podcasts of all time. It was like 6 dudes around my pool table. And we had the
Yeah,
most
I
we
remember I
invented
watched-
Rage Bait
yeah.
that day. That was insane. We had this
There you
huge
go.
James Harden segment, like 2019. It was amazing.
If it
Forgot
works,
about
we'll
that.
get Evan. We'll get Evan on a live. We can have him try to defend Kobe Bryant's legacy.
We had like
Speaking
2
of
guys
Evan.
splitting a mic. It was crazy.
Speaking of Evan, I love that guy a lot, and I'm very happy for him.
Shout out Evan,
and,
friend of the show.
He's the dude. I was on the phone with him earlier. I told him I would do it. He said he was looking forward to his cameo in the episode.
Oh,
Is that it?
So Yeah, that's it. Unless you want me to put a picture of him up or
Can
something.
we play that one Darius Rucker song?
Yes.
Dude, I call both my Celtics fans friends, and they don't answer, bro.
He didn't call
I
me.
need some locks
The
for
hell?
game tonight. You better answer in 30 minutes, bro, because
Bro.
the game
At
starts in 30.
least he uses bro.
All right, Evan's officially been on the show.
He was on the show last week. Remember when you called him?
No.
Or 2 weeks ago? It was you called him and then he was like, hello. And Ryan, you're like, hey Evan, you're on. He goes, oh. And then I muted you.
Yeah, that
Because
was so
I had
miserable.
enough.
He had nothing to say.
I
Yeah.
genuinely looked like this. I was like,
Yeah, don't you
Anyways.
love that? Begging to get on the show and then
Then
gets on the
pissing
show
down your
and goes,
legs.
Yeah,
what hasn't moved in minutes?
no.
that's rough.
All right. Any closing thoughts? 51 minutes. Not bad.
A lot of good basketball reads on the website. Check it out.
Yes.
Will's going to be home soon from college, and I'm sure he's going to do some pretty gnarly Cardinals deep dives that will, it'll be great.
Cardinals are back, baby.
It'll be good.
13-2 in our last 15. 500 now. Get ready.
Not a boy.
Title number 12 coming to St. Louis soon.
Proud
We're
of
not
you.
winning. Thank you, bro. Yeah,
Tyler
Spencer, keep going.
O'Neill
Go to
on the
website.
10-day DL.
That's
Devastating at a pivotal moment in the Red
you-
Sox season.
You knew it was going to happen. I mean, there's just, and you know what? After the finals, y'all need to start watching baseball, especially with this 10-day gap you have now. It's time.
I've been watching a little bit.
Well, good, because there's a lot of compelling stories that we're going to talk about once the finals are done. And we're not
that's
going to
fine.
just abandon basketball. Basketball is our bread and butter.
It's the
but-
best thing.
It is. Basketball is our bread and butter. I'd say probably football is our number 2. But baseball, we don't forget about you, baseball. Baseball is 3, NHL 4. I don't know when Ryan and I are going to have an NHL. Obviously next season. This season's over, pretty much.
No.
You two talking about
Yeah, it's
hockey
over.
would be awful.
The Stars are
Awful.
winning it all.
Yeah. It's true. It would be pretty bad.
My little
That would be
sister
good-
may as
that
well
would
get
be
on
good
here and talk
rage
about
bait.
the NHL.
It's
It'd be fun.
the whole podcast is just rage bait because we have no idea what we're talking about.
Yeah, that's not.
I throw out something like Tarasenko is the greatest greatest hockey player in history. Better than
It's just going to be me saying mean things about T'Chuk the entire episode.
Spencer doesn't even know who that is. So
Matthew Tkachuk, best friend of Jason Tatum growing up at high school. Yes, he was.
everything comes back to Jason Tatum.
How to
man.
tie a tie
it's
video.
crazy how you do that.
How to tie a tie video on that same YouTube channel. Matthew Tkachuk. Seriously, check it out.
It's true.
St. Louis legend. Just a kid.
Do you think JT
Just a
was
kid.
rooting for his buddy
I don't think he
against
cared. I don't think he
Pasternak
cared.
in that fight? He was definitely rooting for his buddy.
No, but I know he was. I know Tatum was rooting for the Blues when they played the Bruins in the Cup final.
As long as he's wearing green and white, I don't care if he's a Cardinals fan, a Blues fan.
He is.
Still,
It's fine.
He probably
Respect to
cried
Pasternak for taking that fight.
who was y'all's closer again in 13? Asian guy.
Masataka. Oh wait,
Koji
no.
Yuhara.
That's the wrong one.
Koji Yahara.
Koji.
Yeah, I was on the verge of tears when I watched Matt Carpenter look at a curveball down the middle. We were down 8-0. It was over, but
Yeah, it was over, buddy. You
it
still
was the
have
most
game-
Matt Carpenter type ending, though. Just
you
stare
still
at a
have
ball.
the David
right?
Freeze
Stare at a strike
moments
down the middle.
Yeah.
to look back on and think about.
Yeah, shout out Rangers fans. Except the only problem is that I don't have that over Rangers fans now because they won. Because
Yeah.
I'll be like,
Yeah.
they just talk they talk trash about the Cardinals, and what am I going to say? Oh, 2011. That was 13 years ago. It's over.
2023.
I can't keep using that as a crutch. So,
Yeah.
and now they're like, oh, we're reigning champs. So I'm in perpetual despair. Oh, oops. Wow, I'm going to cut that. That was a zesty.
That was crazy.
That was zesty as hell.
Yep. I think that's as good a way as ever to end it. And we will see you all
So,
next
Ryan,
week
you
for
wanna
the
take us
NBA
out?
Finals Let's
Spencer's
go.
going to take us out.
It's time. No, I'm
got
not taking him out. I'm just saying next time we're
My
on,
green pen.
it's going to be for the NBA being finals. Get
We
excited.
might have a live watch party. Could happen. I don't know. I have
Could
to figure
happen.
out.
Hope so.
We'd have to figure out the logistics of that one. Good though.
We need Evan in town.
We
get
just
him
need to
down.
watch our tongues. Really, y'all, because it's y'all's team in there. So
Yep.
no Jason Tatum hate from y'all when he plays. I know you never.
Well, I
will.
don't hate.
Brian.
I appreciate.
Get us out.
Ladies
of
and
here.
gentlemen, thank you so much for tuning into this week's episode of the Thank You Bro podcast. Off location today. Will's coming home soon. We got a lot of exciting stuff coming up this summer. We're going to be doing live streams, live reacts, maybe a few in-person podcasts, depending on how that works out logistically. We're continuously posting articles on the site. I can't see Spencer anymore.
Spencer's gone.
Go check us out on social media. I'm now on the Twitter, so I'm going to be posting a lot of really fun and cool stuff for y'all to see and interact with.
Scared.
My first tweet is live right now. My second one is going to be posted here in about 45 minutes, so be on the lookout for that.
Do not
and,
like that post.
Anyway, like our posts, subscribe to our stuff, give us reviews and ratings favorably. You know you love us, and we'll see you back here next week. Take care.